Hello everyone and welcome to a new Infinity Kingdom video. In this video I'm gonna talk about skill events. This is basically most of the important points that you need to know about skill events. I prepared 8 points I'm going to cover in this video. Number 1 is boosts. Boosts are very important in kill events because they make a huge diff, especially if you're against someone who's not using any. So make sure that you're running boosts 24/7 while you're fighting. Number 2 is honor. The more troops you kill, the more honor you get, and this, by the way, includes it includes the seriously wounded troops and the lightly wounded troops. So kill more troops and get more honor. Number 3 is nobility ranks. As you can see here, at the moment I am the prince of the green color. However, what I wanted to tell you guys about the nobility ranks, not just the buffs that I'm getting. As you can see, I'm getting 1k troops for each and every immortal, and I'm getting a total of 16% stats for all my immortals. This is a very huge buff. However, the thing that I wanted to tell you about is that whenever you're against someone who has a lower nobility rank than you, they get more honor than you're getting. For example, this fight here, as you can see, I literally won the fight. I killed more troops than he did. I injured more troops than he did. However, he got more honor than I am. This is because I am prince and he's at Mark is level 3. So this is actually very important in picking up your opponent. If you're up against someone who has a nobility rank that is higher than you, that means you'll be able to get more honor. If you're able to win or lose, doesn't matter, you will get more honor. So number 4 is territory alliance stick. At the moment I'm in the red area. I'm just enjoying and hunting around. However, if you are going for a fight, make sure that this fight will be in your territory. For example, this fight here, I shouldn't be able to beat Rice. He got a very strong Earth Mars, so, and as you know guys, it's very hard for Earth to beat. I mean, it's so hard, almost impossible for water to beat Earth. However, since I was in my territory, I was able to win, and this is thanks to the alliance stick, which is mainly the home turf and the minimize losses. Home turf increases the immortals attack by 20% if you're fighting in an area occupied by your alliance, and minimize losses reduces the seriously wounded when fighting within your alliance territory by 20%. So this is a huge buff if you are fighting in your alliance territory. Basically, those two are the most important that you need to be mindful of. The other ones I didn't really read. I'm not sure about the other ones. However, those two are the most important. Number 5 is prosperity. You need to make sure that to avoid, big players in your server. If your server having a lot of whales that you need to avoid, you need to keep your prosperity at 1 hit at all times. How to do that? It's simple. All you need to do is use the Lost 10 talent. This one here sacrifices 10% of your castle's prosperity for each time. So each time you use this talent, you sacrifice 10% for your castle prosperity. For example, this is 10% of my prosperity, which is the 5.4k. This is to keep your prosperity low at all times and avoid whales, because if you're at 1 hit at all time, people will avoid you. They will not waste a teleport just to hit you once, right? Number 6, choose who are you fighting, guys. Don't feed honor to your opponent, and make sure that you're fighting the right guy, you're having the right build. As example here, usually I'm using resist in my Yushi. However, when I fought Rice, I noticed that all his team is using physical attack. It's Alex and Genghis Khan, his main damagers. So I immediately removed resist since it was not very necessary, and I replaced it with absolute defense. As you can see, it blocked almost 3 million damage here. And if I used resist, it could have been completely useless because he doesn't have any mortal that deals magical damage. So choose who you're fighting, make sure that your build is ready to counter whoever you're fighting, and don't feed honor. Number 7, watch out for your training ground. If you're against someone who is way stronger than you are, make sure that most of your troops in your training ground are occupied. For example, now I have literally 0 troops, only 700 children, and if I did this, they are gone. I have 0 troops, so if anyone attacked me right now, I lose 0 troops in my training ground. However, since I have troops in my hospital, the losses will be taken from my hospital instead. So I just don't want to waste healing speed ups right now. However, make sure that your training ground is empty at all time. Same for your hospital. That is if you're able to. Number 8. This is something that I'm not a very fan of. I actually hate people who do it. However, if you're up against someone who's way stronger than you are, and your alliance mate came to save you or came to help you, you will need to start rallies. Start rallies with 1 troop only. That is to avoid losing any troops. And that is, of course, if your alliance mates are able to help you and able to win the fight in your behalf, because once you start a rally, you will be able to make use of the alliance buff. You'll be able to provide alliance rally buff to your teammates, so you will have a better chance of beating them, and you will avoid any losses because you're basically not using any troops. So just I'm not a fan of this. However, it will help you save a lot of troops during big fights. This is everything that I wanted to talk about in kill events. I'm gonna do a quick recap on all the points that I mentioned. Number 1 is boosts are very important. Number 2, the more troops you kill, the more honor you get. If you're fighting someone with higher nobility rank than you are, you get more honor. Territory alliance stick are very, very important. This is probably the most important thing that you need to notice in kill events. Always make sure that you're fighting in your territory. Avoid any fights in your enemy territory. That is just if you're not very strong. If you're way stronger than your opponent, then it won't matter that much. Number 5 is prosperity. Always hunt on a low prosperity to avoid big players in your server. Number 6, choose who you're fighting. Make sure that you're able to win the fight. Make sure that you have the right build and the right squad. Number 7, watch out for your training ground. Number 8, always start 1 troop rally if you're up against someone who you cannot beat with your own march. This is everything. Hope you guys learned something from this video, and thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your kill events and have a wonderful day.